Yeah, I do believe it is possible to change. I think it would take some conscious effort on our part. Like, one thing that's been tried at some other schools is you'll have like a day or two where you deliberately try to get everybody to sit at different tables and start mixing together. They call it the mix it up kind of day. If we did some things like that, it actually might improve the situation. Besides Diversity Club, I think social events would be like really key. If you can get the black kids to come to some of the dances, if you can get them to participate in some of the other things that are going on socially at Seaholm. I'm not sure about this, but I noticed a lot of them didn't participate much in field day.
Yeah.
So I think they gotta be invited in.
About being white for now.
I think when you have like, we've been really lily white for a long time here at Seaholm. You don't have people that have a diverse background, so you go to discuss social issues in society and stuff, and a lot of kids don't even know what you're talking about. They have no personal experience with poverty. They don't understand, like, you know, what it feels like to be discriminated against. And so this is all theoretical and not very meaningful to them. When you get a more diverse group together, you got kids sitting in the same room. Some of them have actually lived through this stuff. They actually firsthand know what it's about.
It's just, I would say, you can tell by friendliness of people. Some people don't talk to you, or you say hi to somebody and they don't answer. So I would say it could be segregation, but I would think sometimes they might be shy, so I can't really tell.
Yeah.
I don't think they're afraid of change. I think they're afraid of I would say, come in contact in a way of friendliness, because sometimes people are not very friendly, so you're intimidated. Actually, I would say intimidation. You might be a little intimidated. Yeah, I grew up in Mexico and I went to school in Mexico all the way up to high school. I can honestly tell you that, I was not aware of racism as much as I became aware of it when I came to the U.S. So racism is strong. But I'm not going to say that I'm afraid of it, like saying if it's really strong.
Yeah.
Because it's not that strong anymore, but it's there.
It's like, yeah.
I'm aware that it exists.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yes? How?
You can change by, I think, creating activities that it would involve everybody, every culture, activities, and just integration of just different things. I think it can be possible, and people can participate because people are willing to participate in getting to know other cultures and other people.
Well, I think if you're just looking at the black-white segregation, that's historical, based on who lives in the neighborhood, when they moved in, who's buying houses currently in the neighborhoods, and based on the price of housing, you're just simply not going to get a lot of folks who are under a certain type of income, and so poverty tends to run rampant, unfortunately, in the African American community, and therefore you're not going to be able to afford houses in this community. That's just really the bottom line. I think there's other types of segregation here too. I mean, I think there are groups. Well, yeah. From what I understand, there are groups of folks who are, like the north of 15 Mile folks who they know that those houses are obviously really, really wealthy. The Bloomfield Township houses are in a wealthier area than, say, other parts of Birmingham. So I heard there's some segregation there as well that has nothing to do with race. Very hard question. I'm not sure.
Is it possible?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I think individuals will make strides to do that. So you'll have one or two, you'll always have one or two students who are very comfortable at changing their environments. There are things like Diversity Club, and they do student exchange programs with schools, other types of schools. So that stuff will work, but I don't know if it's possible to live in a truly kind of harmonious environment. There just aren't that many around. We've worked very hard to try to figure out what all of our roles are and where students need us and which students need us. And I'll be honest, last year was really difficult for me. The whole racism thing, all the stuff that was happening, what my duties were to both the African American students and to my students who are not African American. I can't just can't leave you guys behind. So I really went through some changes last year, and I'm still going through them. And it gets harder and harder every day because the population keeps growing. So I don't really know. It's yet another question I can't answer. Maybe I'll figure it out at some point. But it's really tough. It's tough. No, I don't think they're going to open up right away at all. I think that's going to take a lot of time, and it's going to take a lot of effort. I think what Robbie talked about with all the different tables at lunch, I think that's probably going to increase. But if people make the right attempts, I think eventually things will get better. But no, quite honestly, I think it's going to be a really hard fight. Because right now, this is the first time that Seaholm students have had to deal with anything like this.